Hello YouTube, welcome back to Coleford Plays Danganronpa Triggered Happy Havoc. My name is Coleford, this is Danganronpa. We're about to get ready to hop into class trial. So let's set our skills before anything happens. So we acquired skills from social links, basically. Skills will help us out in the class trial. Steadies your aim a little, effective during non-stop handman's cannon. Plus 2. That sounds like a beautiful skill to have, actually. Steadies my aim. And the melodious voice increases damage to a opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle. Okay. That also sounds really good. So, do we want to review evidence? I don't think we want to review evidence. I think we want to go in blind. I will ask people in chat, please do not spoil anything. Please, no spoilers. No guessing. You can guess, but if you think your guess is going to be on point, refrain from doing so. Like if you feel like you're very certain of what you're guessing. Because we like the conversation about what's going on in the game. We just don't want anyone spoiling anything for others that haven't experienced it yet. Like I said, I know chapters 1 and I know chapters 2. The rest of the chapters, I have no idea what's going to happen. So I want to keep from spoiling things. I want others to keep from spoiling things. So please refrain from making guesses if you are certain of your guess being correct. Or you have like a strong hunch. Otherwise, I'm going to ask a moderator to delete your message, or we will be shunning you. You go to the corner of shame, basically. We are finished with our preparations. Chat, I hope you're ready. I'm ready. Let's begin the class trial.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Guys, let me know how volume is. I turned it up a little bit. Maybe it's too high. If it is too high, let me know.
But if you pick the
but I think it's like perfect because it sounds a little quiet in my ears.
Everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Brooke, will you explain for mom? I think my parents are watching. Right? I don't know if they are, but Brooke, will you explain for them?
Of course.
Okay then, everyone, close your eyes, and whoever did it, raise your hand.
Taka.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Good.
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
Speaking of pictures, guess what I have? Picture! It's Peko Yama!
Died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Aw, friendship penetrates even death?
Penetrates?
Jesus Christ, Ifumi.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
That's a good question.
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
I think there's more of that mystery than...
That about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin the debate who we think the killer is. Turn the game up a tiny bit. We'll try that. Hopefully that's not too loud. I turned it up like 2 decibels, so... Actually, it was closer to 3. We do not need an explanation about that. Actually, no, let's hear more about the non-stop debate. Because people need to know what's going on. I already know what happens during a non-stop debate, but other people might not. So make sure you're reading. If you are new to the games. Left stick, I gotta remember these. Left stick to aim fire with triangle. I was gonna say square, but it was literally a triangle. If I know my basic shapes. You run out of time, you will automatically fail. Good luck and have fun. Nice. Thanks. I believe, like, to start off, they only give you one truth bullet, and then they start, yeah.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
Wrong.
She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, it's wrong.
No, that's wrong! Chihiro. You dummy.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
How's the volume now,
So
Bricky?
you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Byakuya, I love Byakuya.
Sorry.
Dumbass.
Okay, so what's next?
Stupid
Next is the
Chihiro.
subject of the murder weapon.
Subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach.
Taka, my guy.
Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had?
Wrong. Rejected.
No.
Deleted.
I do think it was a knife.
Defeated.
But not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out.
Sort of see the weapon. It's literally like directly in her chest,
If you look
dude.
real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
You couldn't see the kitchen knife in her
Okay,
chest?
so the
My
murder
guy.
weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Whoa. Tossing blame my way. Let's calm down here.
Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
All right.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
Non-stop debate time? Non-stop debate time. Well, a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Let's learn. You can concentrate by holding down the R1 button. I have to use concentrate more. Time will slow down, so pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. Steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Well, there's achievements for not using the R1 button, so I want the achievements for not using it. So maybe I'll try not to use it this trial, and maybe I'll use it in the second, third, and however many trials are after that. I want the achievements. Achievables trump all.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon.
I agree with
Where does
that.
that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret when nobody was in the dining room.
No, it's wrong.
Wrong.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife.
For a second, I wasn't sure if that was the right one or not. I was wondering if there was going to be another one
You're
after
not
it,
the
so I
killer,
didn't shoot.
right?
I should have
Go
shot
ahead
earlier, but...
and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
You hate Hina? What the fudge, Brooke? Oh, Toko. Toko is actually in another Danganronpa game. She's like one of the main characters. I have to play that one still.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Irrefutable evidence.
Okay, then what about this?
Uh-oh, Toko.
What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
Monokuma, what do you think about that?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Toko throwing shade.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear. If there is an accomplice,
I'd like to ask the
do they
bear.
also become blackened?
He said it, the bear.
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just
True,
didn't
that
know
would apply
about
for the
rule?
first murder, I guess.
Good grief! Enough already. No, okay?
Oh.
There are no accomplices in this case.
Monokuma, come on, say it.
Did I say that out loud?
You did, Mr.
Anyway,
Bear.
I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's
Sakura,
right!
coming for the
Sakura
win.
was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over.
Slumber party.
Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
I actually realized that's the wrong game title.
A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome.
But I'm a girl.
We are back under the correct category, folks.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore. Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later,
So Sayaka took the
she
knife.
wound up dead.
Monokuma.
I got it!
Sayaka.
Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Wait, whoa. Hey, yeah.
He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
For a second, I wasn't registering what he was saying. He's blaming us
How
again.
you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most
Okay, I don't want to sit
terrifying
next to this guy.
talent.
Can we move seats? Can I, like, trade seats? Because I don't want to sit next to this Fumi. Fumi sucks.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there.
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. What is she
You
talking
know
about?
what I'm talking about, don't you?
What? Oh my god, it's a Hangman's Gambit. I suck at Hangman's Gambit. Brooke. We need you. Dial in, Brookie. What was missing from the scene of the crime? Oh! I know. I think I know. Maybe I don't know. But I think I know. Should I guess it now? Is it a spoiler if I guess it now? I'm guessing hair. Because the hair, I forgot the hair was missing from the scene of the crime. And we wouldn't have a reason, if it's our room, we wouldn't have a reason to lint roll it. Yeah, it's hair. It's hair. Okay. It literally gives you H and I and 2 other letters. If you can't guess hair from that, that's
right.
actually crazy.
There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
That's hair-sterical.
So, the
Hey.
culprit removed some evidence?
Yes, and if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room?
Okay, that was really funny.
It wouldn't be
Wasn't expecting them to
unusual
give me
at
the
all
2
to find
letters.
my hair at the crime
That
scene.
is
If
what
the
made
crime
that
scene is in
so
my
great. I might clip
room.
that actually.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
No, I
That
don't believe
makes
in that.
sense, does it not?
It makes sense that
No.
the
If
murderer
that were the case,
wants to
they would
remove
have had
her
to do
hair.
something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true.
Shut up,
very
Fumi.
true.
Shut your
Then
goddamn
why wasn't there any
mouth.
hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Everyone stop pointing fingers at me now.
Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Can we be done blaming
No.
Makoto,
There
guys?
are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
The door.
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
From what I recall, the door was tampered with,
Yeah.
and
Then
I
they
wouldn't
ran
have needed
after
to
her,
tamper with the door.
got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
The killer struggled to get into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke. They broke the door handle, when I recall. Bathroom doorknob.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom.
What doorknob?
It was
Dude, every door has
completely
a
broken.
doorknob. Can you catch up
See
there,
how
hero?
the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh, yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's
My mod
owner.
is here.
It proves
Yes.
Makoto is
Kuroba, we've
beyond
needed
suspicion.
you.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
My chat is now safe.
But if the only
Spoilers.
choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. Almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? Bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely, please. The number of weak spots will start to go up. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in the debate. What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. This is important because your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. Have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Good luck and have fun. Thanks. Cheers. Alright. How many truth bullets do we have this time? Bathroom door frame. Okay, so only one.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door, because Sayaka had locked it.
No, that's wrong! She can't lock it, dummy.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't her bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, You're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door. That's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
Because someone switched the
killer
nameplates.
could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
I know what it is.
I got it!
They didn't know it took place in my room.
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What?
Oh my
You're
gosh.
saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
Is that came on Falcone?
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Are you
Well,
working tonight?
to
What are
be
you
more
doing in
specific,
chat?
What the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms. Which is what led to the
Aren't you usually working
misunderstanding
at this
about
time,
the
Carly?
bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her
Okay.
own room, then
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by
Oh, you're
force
off for a
or
week?
simply
Nice.
by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that
After
wasn't
maybe
locked
after I
was-
beat all the Danganronpa games. I need something to
Definitely
plan.
I
Like,
wouldn't do, since I would have known
I
exactly
want to play all the
why it wasn't
Danganronpa games.
opening,
Wait,
right?
I don't know. Hold on. I don't know if you have ads right now.
That
I'll wait to talk
is
about it till you have after
a
ads.
definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Well, that's everyone. No one knew we switched rooms.
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Get it?
Okay, then who did do it?
Mondo.
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Welcome back, community.
Yeah, our necks are on the line here.
Carly, are you back?
Someone seriously needs to do something.
You here for a sec?
For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
I'll make a deal
Oh.
with you.
You
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine.
Oh, you
Just
are?
ask your question.
Oh, it does say subscriber.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well,
I didn't think you were for some reason.
I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
How did the culprit get into
Yes.
Makoto's room in the
How
first place?
did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up.
No, because
That's
we
possible,
met
right?
and then we immediately switched rooms. She couldn't have dropped
I
the
don't
key
think
anywhere.
so. That seems way too convenient.
All right, Carly, if you're coming back, we'll talk about it when you get back.
Maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative. If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against
Shut up,
me?
Hifumi.
Sounds like
I
someone
don't want to hear
doesn't
shit
know
from
his
pointy-headed
place.
man.
Hello? Why
Pointy-headed
exactly
man.
can't that be it?
But she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. What did she ask me to do? That I don't remember, actually. The answer that's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let somebody in because... Maybe it's the dorm nameplates? No.
Shoot!
She asked me to do something in particular because how frightened she was. Switching rooms. Switching rooms seems like the only viable other solution. I thought it was dorm nameplates, but
I got it!
Yeah,
because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Oh, yeah, you're right, Becky. I didn't read your comment.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
So why would she open the door for
What
someone?
if her
She had to
being
let.
scared was a lie?
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
What? There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil.
I remember doing that with leaves.
And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
So
It's
she
a
wanted to
pretty
meet someone.
old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
So for sure Sayaka made the note.
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
She just like, wow.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka.
Yeah, there's something written in
switched
blood, but
rooms
we haven't
for a
gotten to the
single
numbers
night.
yet.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
of course you didn't, because the note also
I'm sure that's
bears
gonna be
a
like a late
perfectly
game
legible
evidence piece.
signature. Sayaka's
Like her
signature.
dying message.
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
You got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation. What young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Shut your pie
Can
hole.
we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Why did she think that?
Huh? What makes you say that?
What does Celeste claim in here?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
I guess, Celeste.
Very well then. Pay attention.
How many pieces of evidence are we gonna have? 2? 3? Maybe 2? Nope, come on.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
I think it's the last one, pretty sure.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto.
Wrong.
No, it's wrong. The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So they knew the right room.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
Only one person.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note. She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
I have a
To
theory.
understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
I believe that, but I don't
we
believe
still don't
that...
know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Yes, I agree with that.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself.
I wonder if Sayaka was thinking that
Seems
far
pretty
ahead.
likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Like, I wonder if she, like, knew to place the sword in her room for some, like, purpose. Sayaka's wrist, right?
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
she got smack daddied with it.
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. A bit more to learn about non-stop debates. So let's learn. Getting used to these non-stop debates, during the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. Just like with Wii Spots, only one of these bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. Press L1 to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullets to fire. Press and release L1 to cycle through each bullet. Okay. What? Why is it set to mean? No, no, no. I don't want to set to mean. I want kind. No, 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 no. Did I pick mean to start?
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
I don't think that's true.
What broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
Fuck. I thought it was a sheath.
Shoot!
When the fighting broke out,
okay,
the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Huh. The person with the sword really did attack first. There's no explanation of why a certain part of the sword got damaged.
When the fighting broke out,
so the sword-based sneak attack with the sheath, maybe? That's what I'm thinking.
And that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword-based sneak attack.
Yes.
No, that's wrong.
Boom. I don't know why it was set to mean.
Actually,
the
no.
difficulty. I did not set the difficulty
fight
to mean
started
this
with
trial.
the sword.
But say Levy,
why not?
If it is set to mean,
Because the sword
we're doing a mean trial.
Scratched. See? There's
We're
a
doing the
gash
hardest
in it.
difficulty.
Like someone cut
We
into
in
it
it
with
to win it.
something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
Okay, that makes sense. I agree with Kyoka.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
So that
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked
okay, I hate you,
first.
Hifumi, but you're making a good point right there.
So here's how it all
Oh,
played out.
Sokka's got a theory here.
The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife
Wrong.
hidden there somewhere.
Sorry, Taka. Was excited
Then
for
they
your
took the
theory,
knife
but
and
now
attacked
you're just
Sayaka before
spitting
she
out
knew
garbage.
what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
It was whoever came into the room used the sword to defend himself.
How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
A certain part of her body. Part of her body that shows she never used the sword. Her hands, perhaps?
I got it!
You're talking about her palms, right?
They weren't covered in gold.
The
From what we
palms
saw,
of her
yeah.
hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands.
I don't understand how do we
There's
get the
really
gold
no
off their
way she
hands,
could
though.
have picked it up.
Because doesn't the
and
water
come
turn
away
off at a
completely
certain time?
clean.
Did they explain that in the game?
Maybe she washed her
I mean-
hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think
Okay,
so.
so maybe this is exactly what I'm
Why
thinking.
do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo, the water was off. I called it.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m.
I know the school
In other
regulations. I
words,
know the school
At
rules.
nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a
Haven't taken a
shower.
shower here yet.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
Jesus, Toko.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult
Hifumi,
or
I don't like this
compliment.
back and forth. Get these characters off the screen.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is
The ultimate
only
unlucky
one who
student.
used the sword. But hold on, if that's right,
Wouldn't that be
the one who
Junko as
damaged
the ultimate
sheep
unlucky
with the
student?
kitchen knife
Just
was-
gets capped by Monokuma. One who damaged the sheep would have been the one without the sword. Sayaka.
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Yes.
And the one who attacked first was...
Like Kuro from One Piece. Captain Kuro.
Sayaka? Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
Kuro of 1,000 Plans.
No, far from it. It's almost
I'm
as if
so sad I never made it that far in the
planning to
One Piece
commit
live
a
action
murder
to
of
see
her own.
Captain Kuro live action.
She took the knife
I
from
hope
the
he's in it,
kitchen,
actually.
then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in.
I mean, they have to pick up Usopp eventually in the show. I never got
And
to
if
the
it's
Usopp
true that she
section.
had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation,
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you.
I think that is
a
the strongest
possibility,
possibility.
Is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto.
I hate how she says
But for that to
Makoto.
work, the target had to be lured out while
I mean,
still
her accent's
keeping
great,
the room
Kuro.
swap a
Don't get me
secret.
wrong, but the way she says
If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky?
Why?
For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
True.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of
No,
all
I
of
don't
us,
think
she asked
I don't think she
him
planned to switch the nameplates back, because if she switched the nameplates back, then it'd be her room with the dead bodies in.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation.
Regardless,
totally
I don't know how it would have
forgettable
worked out. 'Cause people
Or
would have
a
figured out from
national
the
superstar.
school map
Who
that
are you
they
more
switched
likely
rooms.
to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned
Oh, okay, no, I get you.
Holy shit.
Okay, no, I understand.
But in the end, her
It'd be
plan
Makoto's room, yeah,
backfired.
yeah. With the
She
shopper
launched
nameplate
her
on it.
attack with the knife,
You're
then
right, you're
found
right.
herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
So whoever
Just
came to the
hold
room,
on.
she planned to murder.
That can't be true. Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument.
Hanakuma.
You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Wrong. There's still one big clue.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, it's wrong.
That one was served up on a silver platter. Wow. I was expecting multiple truth bolts.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood.
11037.
There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
I got it!
The left index finger.
Her
There's blood on
left
it.
index finger had blood on it.
Yep.
That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right
Oh,
wrist
Nano,
during the
be
fight,
careful.
So she'd have
If
to
you
use
have
her
theories,
left
keep them
hand
to
write.
yourself, because we haven't gotten there yet.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
No, you're fine. You just asked the question.
Hey, Chihiro.
Just don't
You're a computer nerd or whatever, right?
push
You
further.
should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
So far, we're only on the numbers.
course.
11037.
It's because they're not numbers.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers?
the 1-1
and
very
more
carefully,
like
people.
One letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Nano was one step
Whoa.
ahead.
You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
What?
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Makoto. Flip it, everybody.
God. Now I
Down,
see.
up and down, reverse
She
it.
wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she
Whose name
write?
did she write, people? Can I hear it in the chat? "11037 reversed." What's the name? Now you can spoil it, because we're there. Where the hell is he? There he is. Oh shit, you busted, son!
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N.
You gotta look at it from the perspective of her writing it on the wall.
Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Yeah, just a coincidence. My name is written in
It's
blood
just
on the
a bunch
wall.
of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against
They explain, they explain why he could
In that
have
position,
just
she
not.
couldn't move
I mean,
to
you
write
just said
normally
it, but they
and
explain
had
that.
to write upside down,
Like,
as it were.
as soon as she ran into the
And as a
bathroom,
result,
he
when
could have
you
just
look
walked
at it
away and
standing
been
in
like,
front of her,
told
it ends
the
up
whole
getting
group about it,
flipped.
told them that Sayaka tried to one piece him.
Try it for
you know.
yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
So he was targeted, but
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
why does he sound so casual about it too?
If
He's
you're
like not
not
even
the
defending
killer,
himself.
then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
And then here's where we drop the hammer on him.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Here's where we drop the freaking hammer on him.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killers stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
Alright, well be careful if you're listening, if you're driving, so.
Is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's
Have a safe
right.
drive. Nice
There
seeing
are
you, Bricky.
plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
How it was disposed
I
of.
got it! If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Wrong.
Interesting.
Wrong, Leon. There is another way to use the incinerator that you're just not thinking of. Well, I mean, you thought of and you're trying to ignore. The shattered crystal ball is all the evidence we need. The ultimate baseball star could certainly have used a crystal ball to turn on the incinerator from a great distance away.
Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
Wrong.
No, it's wrong. Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
Throw it!
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Divine with it.
Spun through that.
I wonder if Hiro actually uses his, like, divining skills at any
Remember
point in the
what you
game.
said before, Hifumi?
I feel like that would be, like, a super useful skill if he actually is, like, the ultimate fortune teller. Like, couldn't he predict who dies and whatnot?
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
Sorry,
The
Leon.
distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
The ultimate fanfic creator. This is Hifumi's death. Nope,
got
it's
it.
Star.
Because the killer is the ultimate
take you out,
baseball
Hifumi.
star.
You
Isn't
freak me
that
out, buddy.
right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer. These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you.
I don't know about that, Leon.
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Pause for a second, just gotta run to the bathroom. Let's end this.
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
You don't need to know about the closing argument. We know about closing arguments. Let's go. Okay. Object deflects Sayaka's attack. It's this one. Look at right here, Brookie. He ties it up in a ball and throws it. Yeah, he threw it up through the gate as well. You guys ready? Let's reenact this crime.
Is you! I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from
Dance party time. Everyone dance to the song.
Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered,
Guys, I hope we're all excited.
Sayaka
Danganronpa
panicked
videos are
and
going to be posted very soon. Which means lots of Danganronpa streams in the near future. So we got to make sure that we have content to post. So I think tomorrow we're going to try to go to get up to the next murder. That's my plan. So I don't really have any plans tomorrow other than run a few errands. So I have appointments in the morning. Got some doctor's appointments in the morning.
But of course, the killer had no way of knowing.
If anybody wants to join, we'll be streaming again tomorrow, probably at the same time, probably about 7:30. Probably go till a little later than today, because I'm assuming we'll be done pretty soon with the stream.
Took the kitchen knife.
I do want to hop on Discord and chat up with the community a little bit. I want to chat with Nano and Kurobo and anybody else that wants to join. Kingu, if Kingu wants to join.
But with what strength she had remaining,
if he wants to join.
Sayaka left a dying message.
If anyone wants to join on Discord,
to keep the killer from noticing,
put the Discord link
she
down
wrote
below
it on the wall behind her.
While this is going on.
And with that,
and I will also post a link to our eBay page. This is how we pay the bills.
With Sayaka dead,
if you are at all interested in buying something
the
video game related, anime related, book related, action figure related, anime figure related, please consider checking out the store. Please consider buying something. It's how we support the stream, how we support buying our games. We want to buy Persona 3 Reload
then they
next.
took the lint roller in my room.
We do have
cleaned up the entire
a request
area.
of a game that is coming, and I do have to buy that.
They wanted to make sure
a
they
couple of
got
games
rid of
that are in the
any
works
trace
to buy,
they've
so.
ever been there.
Maybe consider buying something from the eBay store as a gift for others, gift for yourself. We have a lot of stuff that really
Afterwards,
a lot of people would like.
the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt.
If anything
They
else,
tried
just
to
consider
burn the
maybe
shirt
going on
using
eBay
the
and following the
incinerator
page,
there.
because it does help a lot with visibility.
The trash room was blocked off by an
Our stuff.
especially
We are looking to sell our
sturdy
big
gate,
ticket item right now,
preventing access
PlayStation
to the
Vita,
incinerator.
with 4 games, a charger, and an 8 gig memory stick.
So they came up with a
So
plan
the sooner I
to
can
use
sell that, the
Hero's
sooner I can
crystal
afford
ball,
Persona
which he
Reload.
left in the laundry
Hopefully,
room.
maybe I can buy it this week if I sell it. So.
The
But I'm talking
killer
an awful lot
managed to
while this
throw
is
the
going
ball
on. But
through
we know
the
what's
gap
going
in
on.
the gate
It's a
and
pretty
hit the
open
incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer
We're all
had the
here for the
confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life.
We did sell today a copy of Disgaea 3 and a copy of The Wolf Among Us, actually. We did make a couple sales, so we got like $50.
Having destroyed the final piece of evidence,
Small change, but
they
still
left
money
the area
nonetheless.
with,
Money.
I imagine, a sigh of
It's
relief.
always good to pay.
But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon?
Got him!
It would appear that Hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence?
Alright, bro.
Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it.
Roller? I don't know what evidence proves he did it.
Makoto, I believe
Oh,
you are in
I know what
possession of
evidence
that
it is. Yes, I know what evidence it is. Shut up. Stardew got another update? I'm not gonna do bullet time battle.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room.
Hold on,
to do
Kroba.
it.
We'll talk about it in a moment.
Instead, they must have used
Like a
something
small
that belonged to
update or a
them.
big update? Something of their own to remove the screws. Could it have been... Oh, small.
I refuse
Okay.
to acknowledge you! You're stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Stupid, 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 stupid!
That's something an innocent guy would say. I know what the piece of evidence is, but is it okay? Do I know exactly how to spell it?
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lie! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof?
Oh, I have a triangle.
kidding me?
Okay, now I get it.
Not a chance! Stupid! You lie! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lie! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
Toolkit. Thank God I don't have to spell it, because my spelling is atrocious.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
He had to use a screwdriver.
I mean, It had to be a screwdriver,
And guess what?
right?
Each guy was assigned a toolkit.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
So all you gotta do is check and see if the toolkit was used.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stu!
Wouldn't you lose your mind if you murdered someone and then was put in a life or death situation? Oh, there you go. If that's not an image of someone losing their mind, I don't know what is.
You have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Oh, God. A. Woo! Straight A's! We're a straight A student, everybody! Let's go!
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes?
That's a good question. I don't know why I didn't get an S.
You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so
Good question.
minor,
I'm not sure.
right?
I know the last one I definitely didn't deserve an S,
then
and there was a couple other ones where I probably
get
didn't deserve an S, so maybe they just didn't give it to me.
Who will be chosen as the blackened?
I took a lot of
Will you
damage
make
from the
the
last
right
one.
choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Monokuma voting time! Who is it? The culprit is... Leon Kuwata! You're busted! You've been found guilty. Damn it. Right on the money. Woo!
Yahoo!
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Brooke, this is where they explain, like, why he couldn't... Not why he couldn't.
You son of a
This is where they explain, like, why he should have just walked away. That's what he says. He says he didn't have a choice. Kill or be killed.
So, that's why...
None of you are any different!
And this is where they explain it. Could have just walked away. Even if he was the one who was targeted.
I was just... unlucky. That's all.
Hey, come on!
Yeah, that's sad. Sayaka was trying to frame us. That son of a bitch. It is because of the video, but, like, also... Sayaka being shitty. You know, I don't want to say Sayaka's not to blame here. Like, sure, she was, like, scarred from the motive, I get it, but she tried to set up Makoto for the murder that she wanted to commit to get out. Yeah. Like, she gave in to the motive. You give in to the motive at any point, you're shitty, in my opinion. IMO. I get some of the situations are, like, very difficult in the games, but there's always the reason not to, which is just not being a murderer. So. But that's just my opinion on it. I don't know.
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
Manipulator.
Ba-bum, ba-bum. Phew.
Yeah, we're in a little bit of despair. I won't deny that. Despair. Ew. Don't lunge at Monokuma. Makoto.
That's enough.
I thought we were gonna die right there. You learned that lesson once. Actually,
Calm
twice. Don't fight Monokuma. Don't fight the bear.
Ba-bum, ba-bum. Yes, indeed.
It's punishment time.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second! Yeah, that's it.
No, it was not.
Is that okay?
Celeste coming in with the wall up. Celeste dropping the logic hammer. Yep, you had any number of chances to stop what you were doing. He did. But he chose to carry out his, I guess, shitty-ass murder intentions.
So, that's why...
Oh.
Yeah, I guess the bear's to blame, but... I don't know, Sayaka seems pretty at fault for all this. Not gonna lie, I kinda wanna dump the blame on Sayaka.
Hey,
Leon gets secondary blame, but most of the blame in this case goes to Sayaka.
Chills, kills!
Thrills, chills, kills!
I'm begging you, please, don't do this!
Hey, come on now!
Society demanded.
Stop, please!
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
I wish he would say the names when he says a very special punishment.
No,
I feel like that's a voice line that should be added.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Love when he says that line.
Oh!
Here we go. Oh God. Thousand blows. It's like, I wonder if they took this from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Because this literally happens to a character in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. With baseballs. That would be so friggin' painful, actually. There actually are so many JoJo references in Danganronpa that I wouldn't be surprised if this was also a JoJo reference. You know what I mean? Literally pummeled to death with baseballs. Yikes. Out of a pitching machine. That is... Ugh. That is graphic.
Extreme!
I can't take it.
Well?
Damn you!
What the heck? Say what?
Well...
Ifumi, shut your pie hole.
Hey,
Whoa, I'm just pop my shoulder out of my socket. I literally felt it. I was gonna have to pop it back in on stream. That would have been gross. And painful.
Shit.
Once you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. What does that mean? What do the mysteries of the school mean?
What does this mean?
Hey.
Thrills, chills, kills!
It's what everyone is waiting for after all. I didn't even catch that line. I caught the society line. I wonder. Save some of the fun for later. I got some theories. I have some thoughts. I hope you guys can generate your own thoughts and theories as well. And then once we get to the point where we can see if they're correct or not. Like I said, it's not wrong to have thoughts and theories on the game, but make sure you keep your thoughts and theories in your head and then share them as they happen. You know what I mean? Like if you know something or you think something and then as you're thinking it happens, feel free to type it out, but try to keep it in your own head as best you can, because I'm trying to go in as blind as I can to like trials and to investigations and to the chapters, so I want to keep it as vanilla a playthrough as possible. It's much appreciated if you can. Thank you.
Just a second.
Thanks. What do you have to say, Kyoko?
Makoto.
Guys, look how cool this looks. My Peko portrait. Brooke loves Peko. Peko is Brooke's favorite and is my favorite. I can't show you the other Danganronpa thing that I have on my desk because it's a spoiler, but... Brooke's favorites in Danganronpa 2 are literally Teru Teru and Pekoyama. Pekoyama.
It's true.
Nah. Teru Teru is Kurobo's favorite. We all know it. We all know it. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. I guess so, because she spelled out the message. She didn't have any need to spell out the message, but could have also been for revenge against Leon. I don't think it was necessarily for Makoto's purposes. I mean, maybe, but that's a bit of a jump right there. She used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. No. She didn't care what happened to you. She never would have left that message. I would have left a message if someone murdered me. I would have hidden that shit. That's what I'm saying. Maybe she wanted to get back to the person who had killed her. Yeah, that's my guess.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility. I think it's the correct possibility, but I don't think that's what it was. Why?
Anyway.
Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
Okay, so we're just saying Sayaka's a big old dumbass, right? This is just a runaround to get to that one point that Sayaka's a fucking idiot. Are we all in agreement on that? That Sayaka's a big old dummy?
Correct. Hey. What?
Stealing Sayaka's line. That's cute. Chapter 1, To Survive. The end. Surviving students. 12. Wow, 12 students already left. That's crazy. To be continued. Receive the Despair Bat present. Save. Chapter 1 ending. Yes, please. Alright, folks. We're going to call that there for our stream and our YouTube recording. YouTubers, we'll start off with you guys, sending you off first. Thank you very much for joining us. Coleford Plays, Danganronpa 1, Trigger Happy Havoc. We had a great time today with our class trial. It's a bit of a longer video. Hope you stuck around to the end. Hope you stuck around for the whole class trial. We had fun doing it. Chapter 2 will be starting very, very soon, hopefully, for you guys. Maybe in the next day or two, or maybe it'll be a few days before I post the next class trial. Maybe we'll post these in chunks where we do chapter by chapter chunks. So that sounds like a little bit better of a plan. So it might be a little bit, but we'll see you later for more Danganronpa action. Catch you later, YouTubers. Bye-bye.